So you're new to guitar and you are wondering, what are the fundamentals? What are the most important things that I need to know? Well, today's video focuses in on one of those things. This would be the pentatonic scale. This is the scale of choice for the vast majority of rock guitarists. So we're going to look at three things today. We're going to learn what a pentatonic scale is. We're going to learn how to play the pentatonic scale. And then we're going to learn some application. How do we apply this scale to real music? Grab your guitar. Let's break it down. So to start off, I would like to briefly explain what a pentatonic scale is. So pentatonic means 5-note. In Western music, the standard scale is a diatonic scale, and that would have 7 notes. So think major and minor. You may have heard of those scales. I've got videos on each of those if you'd like to learn more about major and minor scales. But for today, I just want you to remember that a major scale, a minor scale, those have 7 notes in them. We can think of a pentatonic scale as a major scale or a minor scale that's missing 2 notes, okay? So instead of 7, it has 5. So I'd like to start with playing an A minor pentatonic scale. So this is an A minor scale that's missing the 2nd and the 6th scale degree. We are going to start with our first finger on the 5th fret of the low E string, which is the note A. That's the beginning of the musical alphabet, and it's right in the middle of the fretboard, so that's why I like to start here. And we're going to play 2 notes on every string. Okay, so for the low E, we're going to play 5-8. So 5 with our first finger, 8 with our pinky. Okay, so we're playing in position, 1 finger per fret. 5-8. The next 3 strings are 5-7. 5-7, 5-7. Okay, the last 2 strings are 5-8. Okay, so notice that I'm alternate picking. Down, up, down, up. And it's always good to play your scales backwards as well. Play them up and down. And there it is. That's the A minor pentatonic scale. So believe it or not, the major pentatonic scale is the same pattern we just learned. The only difference is that it starts on the 2nd note of the scale. Okay, so remember we were starting on A here. Now we're going to start the pattern on our 2nd note, which is C. Okay, like this. Same pattern, same thing. Okay, the only difference there is that I started and ended on C, and that would be C major pentatonic. Okay, so this is a C major scale that's missing the 4th and the 7th scale degrees. So A minor and C major, that's the same thing. Those 2 scales are interchangeable. There's really just one pentatonic pattern. The only difference is the starting note, and now you know the pattern. You know the major and the minor. So we've learned what a pentatonic scale is. We've learned how to play the pentatonic scale. The last thing I would want to do is let's take a look at application. Okay, how do we go from knowing how to play this scale to actually being able to use it in music? Okay, so remember we talked about that we were starting that scale at the 5th fret and that was the note A. Something I want to encourage you to do is memorize all of the notes on the low E string. Okay, now it's good to memorize the notes on the whole fretboard. That would be a bigger task, but if you could start with the low E string, I think that's the most important. And here's why. Because if you know the first note of your scale, whether it be the major or the minor pentatonic, that is the key that you are playing the scale in. Okay, so if I know that this note here is an F sharp, then I know that that is F sharp minor pentatonic. If I know that this note is a C sharp, then I know that that is playing in the key of C sharp minor. That's the C sharp minor pentatonic. Okay, and if I wanted to do C sharp major, I would just start with that as my 2nd note. Like that, right? So that would be C sharp major pentatonic. Okay, so long as you know your first note, you're good to go. So memorize those notes. Remember that there are 2 notes that do not have sharps, right? So E will go right to F, B will go right to C. Every other note goes to a sharp that's moving this way, that's moving up the fretboard. And then likewise, going down, there are 2 notes that do not have flats, right? So F is going to go right to E, there's no F flat. C is going to go right to B, no C flat. Memorize that, and you're good to go. You should be able to play this scale in all 12 keys.